Pamela Franceschi. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737 Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. The airmen who will pass and review today have completed a demanding 7.5-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes the time-proven concepts of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march over the enlisted heroes walk. They will lead the way for thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting on our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Master Sergeant Brandy Collins, Master Military Training Instructor, 331st Training Squadron. Colonel Carruthers will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
Ma'am, the parade is formed.
March the command in review.
Step, order, cut! Step, take post, cut! Guard squadron, forward!
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen passing in review today represent a portion of the 40,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 training group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest Air Force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they're ready to take their place in the United States Air Force. The flights you will view today are a representation of the enlisted force. Each flight represents an enlisted member of the Air Force who has embodied our core values and contributed to its heritage. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass and review, they will march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. The airmen recognized in the papers have been awarded our nation's highest honors representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflict, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 7 Medals of Honor, 28 Air Force Crosses, and 190 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. Armed with the knowledge of our past, the airmen will exit the Heroes Walk by marching over a blue line, signifying their accession into the greatest air power in the world. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737 Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, Murray Flight, from the 321st Training Squadron, performing today under the direction of Master Sergeant Sherry Wynn, hometown, Chattanooga, Tennessee. These trainees are also in basic military training but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. We would like you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass and reviews, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. Once the flags have passed and review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow our guests the opportunity to view the flags as they pass and review. Now passing in review, our Commander of Airmen is Master Sergeant Brandy Collins, Master Military Training Instructor, 331st Training Squadron, hometown, Lenore, California. From the 321st Training Squadron, the Drum and Bugle Corps, representing Chief Master of the Air Force, number 14, Murray Flight, led by Master the 323rd Training Squadron representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 16, Roy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Amanda Bolomino, hometown Albany, New York. From the 323rd Training Squadron representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 17, Cody Flight, led by Master Sergeant Matthew Scott, hometown Aurora, Colorado. From the 323rd Training Squadron representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Matthew's Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Nicole Mayer, hometown Lagos, Nigeria. From the 331st Training Squadron representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 3, Kissling Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Anthony Mendoza, hometown Silmar, California. The squadron selected as the color guard is from the 321st Training Squadron, led by Master Sergeant Kevin Garces, hometown San Antonio, Texas. The flag selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags are from the 322nd Training Squadron representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 4, Barnes Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Dominic Winsack, hometown Marion, Indiana, and Master Sergeant Elliot Norris, hometown Brunswick, Georgia. The B Squadron Commander is Technical Sergeant Calvin Arun, Military Training Instructor, 319th Training Squadron, hometown Tomo Yak. From the 331st Training Squadron representing the Air Force's first female Chief Master Sergeant Peterson Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Robert DeSanto, hometown Phoenix, Arizona. From the 331st Training Squadron representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 13, Finch Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Christopher Russo, hometown Boston, Massachusetts. From the 331st Training Squadron representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Smith Flight, led by Master Sergeant Amber Davis, hometown Dallas, Texas. From the 320th Training Squadron representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 6, McCoy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jeffrey Stevens, hometown Jeffersonville, Georgia. From the 320th Training Squadron representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 7, Andrews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Joseph Marujo, hometown East Los Angeles, California. From the 320th Training Squadron representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 8, Parrish Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Rebecca Mazaran, hometown Sierra Vista, Arizona. From the 320th Training Squadron representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force number 10, Bingston Flight, led by Master Sergeant Christopher Davis, hometown Pryor, Oklahoma. and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Over the last 7.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with a foundation to serve in the world's greatest Air Force. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will enter Airmen's Week, where they will develop their critical thinking skills and further personalize the Air Force core values. They will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 130 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military, and an even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our squadron honor graduates as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence these airmen have displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of our airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 7.5 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends of American airmen for the support of your airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known.
U.S. Arms out!
Colonel Carruthers will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We'll say good morning. Let me check that. I'm just so excited I've lost track of time. Because let me tell you, today is an exciting day. Today is a special day. Today is a day of celebration. Today is a day of celebration of 726 individuals that are working together as one team to get after it for this nation as part of the world's greatest Air Force. So I'll tell you what, I'd be remiss if I didn't take a couple of moments, and I know you're all interested in getting after and celebrating it together with each of these loved ones that you shared with us. So let me take just a couple of minutes to first say thank you. Thank you to the friends, family, and loved ones that have come so far to celebrate this success today. Thank you for sharing the nation's treasure with us and asking appropriately of them to serve something bigger than themselves, to serve this nation, and to serve a better version of this world. Thank you for sharing them with us, and know that you've entrusted the Air Force with the right thing. We will take good care of them, and just understand that we are thankful for sharing that treasure with us. We treat it just that way. Thank you. And I'd like to also take a moment to recognize the veterans in the audience. If you're a veteran, could you please stand up? Ladies and gentlemen, our veterans represent the shoulders upon which this service stands, and certainly these amazing men and women stand on their shoulders today. Veterans, the legacy that you put into place is represented in front of you today, and we thank you for your service, and we continue to be honored to be a part of the team that you helped create. We will continue that forward. This long blue line in front of you today continues what you've put into place. Thank you very much. And so I got to tell you, I'm going to own my bias right now. Let me take a moment to highlight the MTIs and say thank you to them. I'm telling you, wherever you see a campaign hat, whether or not on the field, in the stands, or seated here in the rows, I'm telling you what, we necessarily draw upon the best that this Air Force has when it comes to the NCOs, senior NCOs across this Air Force. In my mind, that black campaign hat represents the black belt. These are the black belts of this Air Force. They are the guardians of the gateway of the Air Force, and they take that mission set sincerely. I'm telling you, they get it, and when you want to know if they're getting it and getting it done right, just look at this and tell me that they're not. So thank you to the MTIs. Please give me, that's right, give me a round of applause. Job well done, MTIs. And so finally, I got to tell you what, to our airmen, I am so excited to call you airmen. It leaves me pumped, and I could talk a lot longer than anybody wants me to. But let me tell you this. Thank you. Thank you for standing up, not only for this great nation, but for standing up for this world. Because I'm telling you what, that's what makes the United States military different, and certainly the baddest Air Force on this planet different. We are going to demand every single day a better version of yourself. We are going to demand you to go into harm's way and serve with dignity, serve with honor, and serve those that can't serve themselves. And that takes a special kind of person, the kind of person that you are. As airmen, you will bear that title well for the rest of your life. Thank you for serving something bigger than yourself. Thank you for taking the time to serve something that means more than just those loved ones around you, your friends, your family, whether or not that's a corporation, whatever that may be. When you're part of the military, you're part of something different. And we are charged with not only defending the nation's interests. I'm telling you, you're going to respond to humanitarian crises throughout the world. It may be an earthquake, it may be a tsunami, but I'm telling you, when the Air Force goes into action for humanitarian response, it's going to be you that makes that difference. And that's what makes this world a better place, because of the selflessness that you bring. And certainly, when things get tough and we need to roll into the heavier end of what we do on the military front, there is no service on this planet, much less this nation, that does it as well or as hard as our Air Force. You are that next generation of warrior airmen with the emphasis on warrior. We get after it. You will get after it. And I am so very excited to serve alongside you as we get after it together. So I have one question for you. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? Well, holy smokes, I sure think it sounds like it. What do you think?
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Colonel Brothers will now administer the oath of enlistment.
I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
I tell you what, I'm going to own my mistake here. I did not give them the right prompt, so we're going to do it again, because doing it right is the only way this Air Force accepts. So let's do it again. I'll own that one. We're going to do it again right. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. Right? I state your name.
I,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Airmen, and welcome to the world's greatest Air Force.
Thank you, Colonel Carruthers. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American Airman.